right, I'm just gonna make a warning about in Denmark we have um, somebody we call shark rent sharks, meaning it's a sort of wire scam, but it goes beyond that because you do get moved in your new room or apartment. You actually lay a pretty high deposit. It could be like 20,000, it could be 50,000, it could be 100. You're putting in a deposit, right? And their kind of scam is to kick you out and take the deposit as a sort of something wrong kind of thing, right? It's not that you didn't pay your rent. All of their experience I have, I always pay my rent. I didn't break anything. It was actually not a perfect equipped apartment. Some of the electrics were second-hand use when I was moving in. There could be paint mistakes or floor cleaning problems, stuff like that, when I move in from start, right? So the way they do it is that they get you into the rent and you pay the rent, but then they start to act strange. And that could be noise, that could be a violation, that could be a psychic violation, that could be hackers attack in the area, and that could be your rent suddenly get higher out of fucking nowhere, so that you presented a bill for electric, for example, but it's made by the house owner or the apartment owner, and it's made in a way that you can't follow up. You have to quit. So they're not saying you can't stay in the apartment, they break the deal and you move out, and then they say we got the deposit. So they're actually making a scam called overbilling, right? They overbill you, then you think, well, this is going to be too expensive, I'm moving out. The overbill is then presented to your deposit. So the illegally fraud overbilling is now becoming a deposit fraud. Okay? So in a way, if you're going to stay here a long time, it's to be very careful. Also because there are in the section of social housing, it's very easy for criminals to operate in these housing systems too, even they have like a board and stuff like that. Another thing is that there has been a housing bubble in Denmark, like in US, meaning that some people are buying houses much too expensive, and they're building and they're selling houses or selling an apartment that's much too expensive. So they're actually beholding a lot of houses and an apartment that they don't want on the market because they can't sell them, they're too expensive. There's a lot of buyers, but they can't pay all this overbuilding. So basically everybody's beholding the houses, renters beholding theirs, the renters are beholding theirs, so there's a gap, right? So and also the hackers might influence you what kind of offers you get. So meaning the offers I get is in that kind of shark network. So it might be an idea, if you had one bad experience, to use another IP address to find somewhere to live.